Tea Taboos. When shit flies. Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
No, it's April Fool's. So don't.
Hang on a second. April Fool's used to be New Year, and since we're kind of like mocking the year here, 15th of March is a whole new year after COVID.
Right, it's an anniversary.
You know. And before we go any further, welcome our special guest, Elra.
Thank you. No, thank you, everybody. Thank you for having me. No, please. Thank you. Hi, yeah.
Hi.
Also, I don't think we gave enough airtime to your little...
Oh, yeah. My daffodils.
That is several flowers. They're lovely.
They are.
They're
I went and
absolutely
treated myself
So
yesterday.
I'll just be doing the whole thing like this.
No.
I'll just take the place of the daffodils. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you for, you've just been making me sit behind the camera this whole time.
Well, the Ides of March is when Julius Caesar...
Hold on. What, for those who don't know, because I clearly know, what is the Ides of March?
Well, the interesting thing is, you've obviously heard the sort of expression "et tu, Brute."
Mm-hmm.
His allies basically stabbed him in the back because they were corrupt. Rome was corrupt. Everything was corrupt. Do you consider all the politicking going on at the moment, and the fact it was the 15th of March and COVID came down, and all of the PPE corruption? It just seems like, well, that's an April Fool's too frickin' far.
Well, that's what I was finding out.
True.
Was funny is that it's not really connected to April Fool's necessarily, but there was this old Roman festival called, I think, Hilaria. Lots of, pageantry and pranks and stuff like that, and good humor was sort of like respected, and it was right around the vernal equinox.
There you go.
They reckon that April Fool's came around when they changed from one calendar to the other. I can never remember which way it goes.
Yeah.
But it was in about the 1500s.
Mm.
And at that time, prior to them changing the calendar, New Year's was celebrated like end of March, close to our Easter. But when they changed it, the new year had moved to the 1st of January. So there's a whole bunch of people going around pranking everyone. I think it was very European, very French.
That's so random to have like a New Year's towards like spring, but also kind of interesting because we know that spring is like the cycle of life and rebirth.
Yeah.
It makes
So
sense.
it kind
But
of
yeah,
makes
it
sense,
does,
and that
Yeah.
theoretically kind of makes sense, but at the same time, that's so weird. So can you imagine if I randomly went up to someone in Toronto who was like, Happy New Year? They'd be like,
What?
are you okay, mate? Like, what have you been smoking?
Yeah.
It's March.
Yeah. You've got, Chinese New Year as well. So, and like Lunar New
Yeah.
Year and stuff like
In
that.
February.
Yeah. It's funny because you just think about different cultures when they decided the new year actually began. Which is like, the same as like, deciding what god to worship and stuff like that. It's like,
Yeah.
let's decide like, we should stop going to bed when it's light out. We should like go to bed when it's dark. And everyone's like, what are you talking about? Like, you invented these things like, when does the year begin? When is a weekend? When do you get to take a day of
Who
rest?
decided breakfast? Was it breakfast?
That's a good question. It's actually John Breakfast in 1702 who decided we should have some kind of meal before. 2 meals a day is far too little.
Somebody told me that apparently, I don't know if this is true, but breakfast is breaking the fast because your body's been on shutdown while you're sleeping, so it's technically been fasting, and then you're breaking the fast.
That's right.
I don't know if that's like a lie, if that's just someone said to try and sound cool, but
That's true. What the point of the word was just like, so you break your fast in the morning and
yeah, and then somebody decided to call it, as you said, breakfast.
Yeah, it's a weird and long circuitous route.
We're talking about April Fools here. Now, COVID has, on YouTube, enlightened us all to how many freaking foolish people there are on this freaking planet.
Basically.
Granted, a couple of years ago, we started with the whole death by selfies. But now you got death by YouTube prank? I don't do pranks.
Wait, did you say booing people?
Yeah, as you know, they're coming out in the dark from the toilet and you're standing on the outside and go, boo! And they go,
Oh, I thought someone walks out of the toilet and you just go, boo!
Oh, yeah.
Boo! And you're just like, what did I do?
I'm going to do that next time to one of the girls at work. They're going to take shit and I'm just going to go, boo!
Yeah. And I'm like, I'm
It's just
sorry.
that they're going to be so confused because the girls are so innocent. They'll be like, what did I do?
Yeah.
Did I do something wrong?
And you can tell if they wash their hands or not because they'll be like, oh, sorry, and they'll go back in and you'll be like, ah.
That's actually great COVID reinforcement.
well, talking of pranks, though, the death by YouTube prank.
What did they do? What happened?
Apparently, this guy was going to fake rob somebody and he went with a knife.
Oh, no.
And one of the guys that was being fake pranked robbed, had a gun and shot the guy with a knife who was trying to prank him. Death by stupidity.
Karma for being, as you said, stupid and getting yourself in that stupid situation. Because you don't know what people have in their pocket, do you? People can have knives, people can have guns. You don't know people's personality. They could have mental health problems. They could have aggression problems. They could lash out.
Why would you do it to somebody you don't know? Like, that's just like that. Like,
exactly, another thing, yeah.
Well, I don't know whether he knew some of the people in the group, but the one who had the gun, he didn't know. And he wasn't in on the prank, so he had no freaking clue. So he thinks he's getting robbed, pulls out his gun to shoot somebody. 5 minutes of fame, that's all it's for.
When did the guy explain it to them as he's like, it was a prank, it was a prank? By parody law, you're not actually robbing them. You're just making fun of someone robbing them.
Yeah, but the other thing is now what happens to that poor guy who got such a fright he thought he was being robbed, shoots somebody, he's shot an innocent person.
How did he find that out though? That's what I'm wondering. Is like, did he?
Because they had a cameraman following the fucking idiot with the YouTube prank.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Documenting the whole thing just for likes, right? How the fuck did any of the people on Jackass not die from their bloody pranks? That's what I want to know.
Those weren't even pranks. They were just doing things to themselves. I'm surprised they didn't die still. Stressful.
No, I don't know how they actually, as you said, they were just doing stupid shit to themselves. It wasn't even like really pranks. It was actual dangerous stunts, as you said, that they were just doing. And they could have literally died in any of those moments.
Well, it's an interesting thing to see, what people are willing to do to themselves and what they're willing to watch, right? Because like Jackass was just like, there was an audience for that because they were just exploiting that. Like, they're not really, it's like you guys are the ones that are watching it. Like, we're just doing this. It's honestly the best.
No, I thought it was the most inane crap I've ever seen.
I love Jackass personally.
I think I was suggesting to Tracy that we do an episode about poop. What do you think? About poop. Yeah,
sure. Why not?
Because that's a real taboo that people.
Let's talk about shit.
Because it's when shit flies, is what we're talking about.
When shit flies, what the shit people do.
Yeah, there's so many great pranks where it's just like leave a piece of poo in someone's car or something.
You've seen Caddyshack.
Exactly. Just a chocolate bar floating in the pool. And it's actually, people think it's a poop and they evacuate the pool. Classic prank, right?
Those will never get old, those shit pranks. They'll keep going till the end of time. If you leave it on the toilet seat, it's even better because people just think that you've just missed.
Nothing makes people stressed out in like big public areas like a piece of poop, They just sort of go like, oh my God, that's not supposed to be
They walk around it.
It's wrong. Like they sort of go like, oh my God, there's a poo on the sidewalk. It's like, and then they just leave their dog's poop wherever.
Isn't that crazy? Imagine if humans did that. If we went to the park and we just
stop right there. You laugh. I'm on one of our local sort of like Facebook pages, right?
Oh my God.
And they send up pictures. There's all these broken toilets parked all around the neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
Public toilets.
Well, that about does it for us here at Tea Taboos.
But Tea Taboos will be back, but we're going to be doing some things in a few different formats, right?
Well, we're going to be talking a little bit about various connections that all three of us have to history and to, various little channels like that.
Yeah, that's it from us and me.
Who are you?
Tracy. And who are you?
Alana.
So yeah, we'll see you all next time. Thanks so much for watching.